the amount of time passes. Yeah, you got his fine. Oh, do you want me? Do you really?
You hear it. This fan has two chain pullers. The blades come squeaking. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons. The lights are off. You swoop what you have in your hand.
Hello, officer.
A bespec as on the sleeve of his bomber jacket. As
Hello.
you realize he is waiting for your.
It looks like...
What he means is.
No, I don't. It also wouldn't hurt to... Okay, have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, where it has been hanging for... After you...
If you're a
You mean you don't have a badge? Oh.
Lieutenant Kitsu.
before you vapor. This must be in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The white, your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation. The hand in the cabin, you see a simple little cadence. He's
From an You sure are. It's the jam.
the air.
It's a trap. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days. Yeah,
It's a fish.
feels like
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes
everyone's. So tell me, what do you need? Oh,
relax. He's merely joking.
can't even get. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of. You and
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one,
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Laurent Bird somehow.
the man taps his finger.
Don't be a str-
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this?
Looks like when the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, you could probably make the jump.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment. But this is... But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out, a metal.
Take what you need, officer. It's going...
Useful for opening all the pull-out toolboxes. This trash container, the body is downwind from it.
We could... Or we...
He might also have information. This trash container, the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of... a man.
Mister,
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct... Right.
No.
Do you have...
As a match.
This,
You said you...
What?
But you still...
Yes.
I didn't...
he probably means, this is where you step in and ask your questions.
I have everything. The body was...
Behind.
And...
See that?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, but you...
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here. You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people eat.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant...
I'm sorry.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home. No.
Good luck. Can I help you? Ma.
Thank you for...
Why?
I thought...
Well,
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Prod at him and find out.
what?
It concerns...
Just bring them back once you...
This trash container is with a... Don't. Just the feeling. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been empty.
You've done... No. A box for... Among the... Has the...
The victim dropped them in. Get armed. The belt is...
Something's... A drag...
This is a...
The rest of...
All right. We should go to guard again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be...
The lieutenant nod. It's just... What's this? A blue piece of plastic stick. Something not just...
Officer, is that your... There's a... If you don't mind me asking, how... Understood.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. You said you didn't...
It's the legend found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell. It's a thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. The surface looks like an official...
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends.
Maybe yours will have.
Any capable... All RCM...
This means you can...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag. They're not... Once in a work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. Yes, a title. One might say yes. Others, it's going to take an effort to piece these case files together. But it can be done.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Good. But do you also use the titular? Right.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The hand, it's pedagogue. Your hand cramps up merely look there. It wants all the sad. The ledger only comes with the lieutenant. He is not really saying.
Nor did I give this to you.
The task, interview, it's not exact. A you're a swash. Things to be done and thing.
No, actually. Any ideas? Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one. The Hanged Man. Okay then. The case doesn't need to have a name.
You don't exactly. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. Looks like an...
What? That thing. Any case, all our...
This means you can...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull...
All right. Ready?
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rouse, luckily, the lights...
There you go. I'll turn them off.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp,
There she is.
around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. The rectangular watermark is over.
Let me right here. It has its problems.
There are many of them, and they are divided. Right. The meaning, there are the first, not bad. The neck, you count. The last. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflects a memory. An
Those are
alpha.
the first row represents your years of service. Ferp, this next, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades.
You know.
That's right. How did you know? For now, there are, but it seems as though,
The lieutenant nods.
right.
You can now.
A bespectacled man, and as on the sleeve of
Hello.
you realize he is waiting.
It looks like...
What he means is, he has been
Then we It also wouldn't hurt to Okay, have you removed the dead body? So, where it has been hanging after you...
If you're about...
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your...
Lieutenant?
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind.
We could try using a pry bar. We might want to ask.
Before you vapor, this must be in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leather, a metallic
Take what you need, officer.
look useful for open. Pull-out toolbox slides back. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a pad. A man.
Mister.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from... Right.
No.
Do you have...
As a match.
This,
You said you...
What?
But you...
Yes.
I didn't...
he probably means this.
The body...
Behind.
And...
See that door?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh,
We do not need to assert ourselves, but you...
you know, I get this all the time. Let's see. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bomb. You can't... What are you, brain damage? Money is what grown-up people use.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant.
I'm sorry.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this... I'm sorry.
Good luck. Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Like what? Ma.
Thank you for...
Why?
I thought...
Well,
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Okay,
what do you...
It concerns...
Just bring them...
this trash can with a well. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This...
Among as
The victims drop them in here. Get on the bed.
something slimy
This is
The rest,
all right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes. See?
the lieutenant nods. What's this? A blue something
Officer, is that? Yes, it is. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure. I see.
Wow,
Tell me. Ah, yes.
Some items, such as the ledger you found.
the container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing of the list.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Right. What more do you need? A rubber condoms. They're not. Once it work, yes. A title, one might say even. Yes. Others, it's going to take an effort to piece these case files. There, it wants all the tasks. Sadly, the lieutenant, he is not really saying anything. Just standing there.
Know that I give this to you.
The task it's not a things to.
No, actually. Any ideas? Oh, well, the hanged man. Okay then. The case doesn't need to.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from an aluminium block. The surf looks like.
What? Any case. All our.
This means you could.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
All right.
The light.
There you go.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp,
There's.
around the borders of the watermark are dozens. The rectangular watermark is over.
Let me. Right here. It had.
The rectangular.
Ah, let me. Right here. It had.
A rat.
Ah, let me. Right here. It has its.
There are many of them. Right. There are the first, not the net. You count the lot. That the rectangular.
Let me. Right. No.
The rectangular rat.
Ah, let me. Right here. It has its problem. Those are.
Alpha.
The first row represents your years of service. This next. Wow, more than 200. It's. Call it what you want. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. For now, there are. But it seems as though.
The lieutenant. Not.
Right.
You can now.
Yes?
No, he's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affair? Not affair.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure.
Try work. The case. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble. Really? You look fine to me. This.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the invest. Ah, if you insist. What do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seola. It's a
Seo is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state where
You're barking.
a point of pride to him.
That's because it's a part.
Seo,
I can see.
a point of pride to
No.
your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down.
Something.
What's go- The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
What do you mean? I have.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must.
What?
We all have our
That's good.
You feel a slight urge to.
I guess you don't need glasses. Good. Let's change the subject. What about me? That's because I'm half... I don't know.
The lieutenant nods.
Good. Let's... Yes?
Norris, he's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Focus on other people's trouble.
A moment passes.
What do you want to know? Good. Excuse me? Detective,
The RCM, or the Revachol,
some you time? Please do.
the lieutenant is pretty
Yes? What about me? No.
The lieutenant nods.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Binocular? Is that how they do things over at the 41st? No wonder your clearance rate is so low.
He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Really? You look fine.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're
Then you should consider seeking medic.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it's my...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, I know exactly what you meant, but you see...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever.
He smells of heavy motor.
It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. I'm not people who've studied these things say that you and me.
Oh?
Good.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remained.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence? So you don't find his views...
Okay. Feels like this is going to be a discussion now.
And what point would that be?
Wait a second. Are you sure you want to go there? Even if you succeed? Are you sure about that?
Oh, when you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you... So you...
Okay. Feels like...
And what point would that be?
Wait a second. Are you sure about that?
Oh, when you said before that... So you...
Okay.
And what point would that be?
Wait a second. Are you sure about that? Here we go.
I'm going to stop this conversation. This is Martinet. People have certain attitudes. You will find plenty of citizens too. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
The breath catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once.
Do you have money tonight? Too bad.
Here come.
But you know what? You're in luck because you don't you don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice. You want a you've already
The lieutenant is painfully silent. A new it is not clear. All that is known is sleep in the trash, and there is no.
I don't care what you do. Sleep in the trash or pay for a room. I don't care.
He looks.
Now, is there anything you want?
The trash container The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The smell of rotten food rises up at you as you climb inside the trash container. The lieutenant averts his gaze is focused on something nebulous in the far distance. On nothing, with effort.
Good night, detective.
He is as silent as the night. Darkness engulfs you. The stink of rot nearly knocks you out. For a minute, you can smell cigarette smoke wafting in from outside. This is where you belong. Disgraced cop sleeps in trash. A deranged law official was found sleeping in a trash container behind the whirling in rags. bed is comforting. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft
thoughts, baby.
Recorded in behind.
It's you can never. You're the
Read.
you for rep.
So there he goes again.
The bed is across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress
thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument.
Recorded behind.
It's you can never. You're the
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
you for rep.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Then
he's got no.
beep.
Do it. Good. You're right. It's every day. Things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. Oh, but who's focusing? But you've got to find out who bears it is human nature to carry la responsibility. Whoa, like you really. If you want your work, there a little own your heart together. Once, rest assured. Good luck. You're
Yes? Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to say, why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the... You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? No. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility. Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn in any... You know who might... If I were... Now, was there anything else?
This door, no one,
Let's go.
no one answers.
Let's go. There's nothing to do here for us anymore.
Hi again, gendarme. Oh, and if I may...
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. As though I don't have... In any case, he might have mentioned something about making... Not a clue. I guess you will. Bye-bye, Jean.
In your hand, the cover, the tag, needless.
Are you really reading that, detective? Good luck.
The point is, why? If you, the story is belayed and extremely 2 days desperate to clear
What's the matter?
the lieutenant. They're not, of course, and not secret. Deneuve not only is the low outwardly, he would certainly have the motive and one even. Well, that testimony won't be as the I love you always, whatever it is, in your hand. As you approach, he appears.
Ah, what brings you down to the scenic Martinez, my friend?
God,
The comité de...
yes.
I would offer.
What? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
Of course, that's why it would be extremely irregular. Yes, but if you have information of... You see, in addition, and I find...
The Bristol moon.
But in that, I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto the... Unfortunately, let me just say that I... And then, well, I had some extra... Ah bon? Always...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes.
The tent.
Come on.
It's safe to...
Sorry.
You go. I'm
A young man, as though
Hardcore. Inter. On.
he furrowed.
Ha. Is it? But
Feels like you should...
I am the.
Could there have been... You see,
Hello. I'm.
his grip.
This is my.
The young...
To get weird.
That...
You see, which brings me to the problem of I'm talking. Don't burn it. Well, straight and sad.
Healing's good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in...
Could be. I was. Oh, people. Thanks. So you're gonna look into it, right? All right.
Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange.
Yes. I had to do it in an hour. Of course. All right.
You sense... The young man feels
Not long. Like a week, maybe.
somewhat...
Yes, I do. I don't. Oh, yeah. I knew.
He nods.
Sure, man. Tell us what you. As all.
A pain barely.
It looks like a...
The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. Heavy wooden door. The lock.
Let's go.
As you do, a great in the... A machine's...
Another...
These...
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection. It's also...
A quaint little box. You see the lieutenant behind another... It's the same old woman. The machine's keyboard. Nothing happens.
Good morning. Go.
Let's look around. There's no use.
Votre accident.
Somebody...
Anything else? Go.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Votre accident. Is there anything else? Go.
The machine's keyboard is... in white. This, cradled in her arms, are a pair of glowing lungs. Your knees touch the floor. The world in the dark. The woman, you. As your fingertips touch your chest 4 times, then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the... Despite the damage you've done to yourself, that no amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain. The highest category of historic individual, and more. An innocence is elected to office by the founding party. An innocence is... No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in many draped...
Yes! Big bummer!
The pub...
Fuck it!
No, you must... Exactly. Back out of this terrifying. Good. Now back out of the... As in a city, she was... Oh yes, midwin... One of the... Something. Dolores, this inhuman quality. But there you stand, below her once more. With the jigsaw of broken shards falls to place in front of you. A ghost... Unknown. The escutcheon on her throne says, small figures of white. Below both women, and then afterlife.
Death. This exaltation is common in Dolorian It was the justice, union, prudence, and force. Not at all.
The mother of humanism. The machine's keyboard is still nothing.
Good morning, votre Good.
The machine's keyboard. The sight, maybe if you were to stand in just the right, and then it sounds like the pale. From you can hardly hear your own. You produce, your voice is big. The lieutenant.
Can you hear anything? I wonder.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing. The lieutenant doesn't reply. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. Filled with vague there's...
Officer.
Maybe... Is that a man? The man...
Habitual.
That accent is...
Here you...
This man...
I'm put... Hey, and what was that about? The bot...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your... I know as...
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't trust me. This is the...
You have whatever... 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him.
Other spoker?
Via Ita is...
No. That's what... Don't really... I'm a...
Or search through a radio computer.
Too many times at...
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information.
Don't so... What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nili. I think we're done here, as said.
That was... However, I'm still not sure how...
The machine's keyboard. Nothing happens.
Good morning, votre accident on Saint-Brune. Good. Please repeat. Good. I have a votre accident. Is there... Good.
The machine's keyboard is still...
Good morning, votre accident. Good. Thank you. Good.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text. The first arrived
4th of February. Our case.
6th, 7th of 8th artist, but at least I just have to find it.
Seems something... I think... Seems like something...
12th.
Let's try. Keep reading.
20th.
Is she to...
20.
The pillar.
The lieutenant. March. Fortunate that disco man.
The girl on the...
March.
I knew it wasn't.
March. You read a strange one. Make straight for the radio computer.
breaking into my radio computer.
I do apologize.
Well, you won't find it. It's just...
We should talk.
What is it? Yes.
She doesn't seem surprised.
I am... If you're not...
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she...
Yes. What is it? No. Yes. And no. I brought them here. These are... I used... Yes? Alright. It's all...
Likely.
I guess, but it's anyway.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
They are...
Short and terse. There you have
I'm work...
the mission.
Could you just... shh... for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Great.
Do I look...
If you want her help, maybe.
What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah, maybe I'd... This is a... Take a guess, why don't you?
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Yes, what is it?
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh, interesting. What's he doing in the church? No, Matt, yeah.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
But he's... I don't know, man. I guess maybe. I get a programmer. Come on, feel...
A half-heart...
You'll get... Anyway, now that it's said... What a shame. Unity! And you can't just evict her? Look at you. On him. No. If that's the lad... At least, yeah. He can do his climbing thing in the tower.
Egghead.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails... Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. She gets back to work. Hey, what makes the world go round?
Yes, what is it? You really like those questions, don't you? I'm looking...
Wait, she's looking. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
exact? What do you...
Easy. You measure it by the world.
You miss...
Ha!
But honestly... Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Good.
Easy. When our research is done,
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
she thinks about it.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. No.
In his
Okay, but still. It's about the backup.
Hold on. If
Oh.
basement,
And no. We clear?
this is clearly a painful.
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. Good. In the...
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there.
Wait. Zoisa, like it would... And the head...
Valley of 1,000 heads. You.
Thanks. And here's...
It hurts a bit for her to say that. This orange machine is dead still. Turning the... It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is ice grow darkness. You gently lift.
We should take it.
Yes.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Now?
Wait. No.
I have a watch.
The paper sauna.
Here, hold on.
I've never...
Done. I've...
She's be...
There. Think you can help me? I need...
What?
Just walk...
What?
Can you please just go and move the water bowl? Yes, what is it?
It's off. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. It moved. This task is an insult. The lead programmer.
Yes, what is it? Great.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, if we got the low on, what if, I don't know. Maybe. Because it reminds us of death. Yeah.
The loot and that nothing. You can hear she.
Damn it, no.
Despite.
No. But this, you can try.
Silence. This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man. But they're ghosts. When was...
Well, did you hear anything? Yeah. Yes, and I don't know. Yes, and I don't care. I don't care about crap men. Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Now?
Wait. No.
I have a watch.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it, sauna.
Here. Hold on. Shh.
I've never...
Done. I've got it.
She's beaming.
Thank. There. Think you can help? I need...
What?
Just walk.
What?
Can you please just go and move the water bowls for me? Thanks.
It's off. Measurements of some. This task is an insult to your mental skills. It's off. Measurements have been moved. This task is an insult to your mental. Some. The lead programmer sends you.
Yes. What is it? Great.
Miss No.
Yeah, if we got the location. Honest, I don't know. I mean, what if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... Maybe.
Let's think about this logically. Why would
Yeah.
the lieutenant nothing? You can hear she.
Damn it. No.
Despite
No, but you can try.
silent, this can't be it. You should.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes.
He nods enthusiastically.
Yes? What's the deal? What kind of an audio?
They've got one speaker. One. Uno.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast their shoes off. Believe me. Goodbye.
Yes, what is it? You really like those questions, don't you? Well, I'm looking for...
Wait, she's looking. The lieutenant raises his brow.
Yes. What do you...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
I don't... Exactly.
Ah.
But honestly, it's not...
Only strange.
There's this.
The pillar.
Maybe. I know. No, I don't.
Because the offset.
Yes, that's what led me here. Great. Thanks. Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? Great. No, yes. No, no, yes. And I don't care. I don't care about crabmen. I brought them here. These are great. Yes, what is it? Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning, and then the pressure changes. It feels. What if the sound.
A better sound system? All right, but...
Suddenly,
They should.
No. You mean... Of course. The speed freaks. They have... I guess I...
Brilliant.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's... We are great, that's fine. We appreciate...
What is it?
What? I can't hear you! Oh, there's that guy! I need him and he doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently! Bang! Let me know how it goes!
The young man,
This is hardcore! Hardcore is internally coherent. All core!
he furrows his brow.
Hardcore!
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question.
Back to the hardcore! Hardcore is internally coherent. All
He furrows his brow.
hard.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably...
To the mega! Yeah! Oh,
Oh no, we're going to be in this
don't worry. I have a hang on. Great! The honor will be back! But we're doing all...
Yes, what is it?
Okay,
Max!
I
Pump it!
see, because
Contact!
Of course.
Yeah!
Never mind.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Ready!
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster. Suddenly, your palm.
What?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You...
No, the woman. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will floor
Guys, it's getting
in,
in
the
window.
crack. It's a
Shit. Yes, Andre!
and then it stops, totally and utterly, as if There never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead.
Egg.
Yes, thank.
It was very...
I promise, officer. Stay here. I want you kind of now.
Yes.
You have an explanation for all you hear is silence in your head.
You're asking the mate.
She's not...
Because we need metal. A lot of it. The taller the structure, the better. Something that is both prominent and easily accessible. Yes, what is it?
Close your eyes. Unfold your eye beyond.
The dead king and his horse. It could work.
It may...
We'll need an adequate power supply. Quiet, it's
A note of awe in her voice.
I have plenty. I cannot... If you have...
And before you ask,
There is...
I highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on...
That will be fine. Absolutely not. Certainly. That sounds like a perfectly... Possibly. In the meantime, I will gather the rest of the materials. We will meet back here when you have it.
Hello.
He produced the lieutenant.
A genuine...
The Model 9 also comes equipped with a signal purifier to suppress crosstalk. Especially good around here with our... It's about as close to perfection as a transceiver gets. And we're only asking 120 real for it. You'll be back again.
Common office radio.
There's usually...
The lock there's nothing. If this transceiver were a person...
Very good.
The transceiver appears with its...
What is it? Ah, not the... I believe that.
So if there's anything you'd like to get in order before we depart, I suggest very good.
Back.
If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer. And if you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip. And now
It's done.
we're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra. You will need to transmit your connection request while I attempt to locate. Then good. Go ahead, officer. We don't.
You're all a little nervous.
Try again.
Perhaps you can't make out a word of this gibberish.
Keep. Again.
I didn't.
And
It's been a long winter.
I promise.
I can't.
Out.
Natürlich. What else?
The signal.
It's not where I did. We must Arthur, and we're also you need
Someone had
something. Images of your body smashed against the. Your gloves give you a solid. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
You're doing all right, detective. Just keep your focus on the task at hand.
The connection itself is nothing more than a little braid of exposed wire wrapped about the hoof of the horse. A copper fetter, it cannot slip. The whole monument is covered in a thin but durable layer of oil and grime. It's obvious no one has cleaned it in years.
Well, do you see anything? Damn, I was afraid of that. And I didn't bring any solvents with me. How foolish. Short of changing the shape of the antenna, I'm not sure what else we can do from here. And the lorries are all jammed together, so that's unlikely to happen. Ideally, narrow the receiving mode so that we can isolate the warship signal and eliminate the crosstalk. And if you don't know what you're doing, of course you could just make it worse. What do you mean? You adjust the antenna manually, with your hand. I'm afraid we're out of alternatives. You're just going to have to go for it.
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no, you are fate. This fate, the sky, through the script. A few, she yells a single word you can't make out, and then shuts the window with a violent thunk. You allow the broken heart.
Nein, Liebling, what are you doing? The connection is even worse now. This is extreme. That is because you broke it.
She's right.
Damn it.
A male's.
Firewalker.
It's too much. You're alone, and then
Try it now.
This is...
This is the best we can...
this is it, and by that there is.
Please be advised that you are speaking on a public frequency. Acknowledge. If the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their next quarterly public hearing. We believe the next hearing is scheduled for July.
This isn't about you. Not really. It may have been at a certain point, but you've let go of that perspective. This is about your responsibility to all of Revachon. Now, take a deep breath. Look upward. You don't have to bear the burden alone.
What? How do you know this? We need to know more than that. Now, please describe the situation in as much detail as you can. We will forward our summary to the committee.
There's papers rustling in the background. She's clearing her desk, preparing to take notes. There, you've wedged your foot in the door. Now, if you can show the Coalition how much they're needed, they'll have no choice but to intervene.
Yes? Please continue. We have it. Is there anything else the committee should know?
Detective, before you answer that, I urge you to weigh your words extremely carefully.
Acknowledge. Please stand by while we transmit our summary to the committee.
A long winter.
I'm not sure how much longer I can keep the signal clear, officer.
Firewalker, this is Collision Worship Archer. Please acknowledge.
No, you know this tone of voice. You've heard it before.
We are sorry, Firewalker. The committee has declined your request for an... Specifically, they said that disputes of purely local concern do not fall under their... They added that they expect the RCM to fulfill its responsibilities to a high... That's correct. But we must say that it has been interesting to speak with you. If nothing else, The Elysium is frequently a source of curiosity to those of us aboard the outer. Now, the first signaler has informed us that we must update the receiving frequency. His connection will be cleared in 2.
And the lieutenant gives.
I think it's best for you to climb off the statue now, Detective. Your real work.
The sun, you look around. There's.
Good. Now give me a hand with these amplifiers. Leave the cables. I don't feel like...
What's one more trip across the waterlock?
Well, this was an interesting collaboration. Perhaps in any... Now... Yes, what is it? Yes, what is it? Ah, but not the...
No.
I believe that. So if there's anything you'd like to get in order before we depart, I suggest you do it now. Very good.
Back.
If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer. And if you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip. And now
it's done.
We're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra sets. I've configured the channels. You will need to transmit your connection request while I attempt to locate the warship's public frequency. You will likely encounter some interference, but it's important to keep transmitting your request until you're acknowledged. Good. Go ahead, officer.
You're all a little nervous.
Try again.
You can't make out a word of this gibberish.
It's again.
It's cold now.
Mention I didn't.
And
It's been a long winter.
out.
Natürlichkeiten in die...
Whatever.
But someone...
It's not. We must art and I did. We must art and we're unique.
Someone has
some energy.
I didn't. We must art and we're also unlike.
Your gloves give you a solid grip on the metal bar. This feels pleasingly familiar. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
Well, do you see anything? Damn, short of changing the shape of the antenna, I'm not... What do you mean? Ideal?
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no turning back now. You allow.
What are you doing? The connection is even worse now. This is not you.
She's right.
Sammy.
A male's...
Lieutenant Dubois.
It's too much. And then...
Try it now.
This and by that there is...
Please be advised that you're speaking. Acknowledge. If the liaison accepts your request...
Now, take a deep...
What? How do you know? What's your...
There's pay... There. You've wedged your foot in the door. Now, if you can show the Coalition how much they're needed, they'll have no choice.
Yes? Please continue.
Detective, before you answer that, I...
Acknowledge.
I'm not...
Lieutenant...
No. You know.
We're sorry, Lieutenant Dubois. They added that they expect your what? Now, the first signaler has informed us that we must update the receiving frequency. This connection will be cleared in 4, 3...
Yes, what is it? Ah, no.
No.
I believe so.
Yes. My intention is to run up. Very good. If you'll help me with some of this equipment, then. If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer, and if you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip. And now we're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra sets. You will need to transmit your connection request. Then it will be exactly like good. Go. We don't have time for indecision. Just say whatever first comes to mind.
You're all the nerve.
Try again.
You can't make out a word of this gibberish. The rustling of dry.
Keep. Again.
It's gone now.
Mensch, I promise.
I can't.
Out.
Natürlich halten wir die.
Whatever. It's not. I didn't. We must Arthur and we're unit.
Something.
I did. We must Arthur and we're up.
Your gloves give you a you don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was friendly, and the
Well, do you see anything? I showed up changing the shape of. What do you mean? I did.
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no turning back now. You allow.
What are you doing? But you.
She's
Sammy.
a male.
Firewalker.
It's too long, and then
Try now.
This is.
this, and by that there is.
Please be advised that you're speaking. Acknowledge. If the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their next quarterly public hearing. We believe the next hearing is scheduled for July.
What part of need to
What is it? Oh, not.
No.
I believe that. So if there's anything you... Very good.
Back.
If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer. And if you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip. And we're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra sets. You will need to transmit your connection request while I... Good. Go. We don't have time for indecision.
You're all the loop. Nervous for who, though?
Try again.
You can't. The rustling of dry.
Liebling, bitte. Er ist unser einziges Kind. Er kann doch auch nächstes Jahr zur Akademie gehen.
Keep. Again.
It's calm now.
Mensch, I did. I
can't.
Out.
There won't.
This
It's not. We are. And I did not. We are. And we're.
images of your body. Your gloves give you a solid grip. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was friendly.
Well, I sort of changing ideally. What do you...
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no turning back now. You allow the broken...
What are you doing?
She...
Sammy.
A male...
Lieutenant Dubois.
It's too long, and then...
Try now.
This is...
This, and by that, there is...
Please be advised that you're if the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at the...
What part of need to reach the committee doesn't she understand?
Yes. What is it? Ah, not the...
No.
I believe so. If... Ah, yes. Oh, my intention is to run a Very good.
Back.
If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer. And if you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip. And now we're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra sets. I've configured the channels so that only your microphone is set to broadcast, officer. We'll all be able to listen, but anyone we reach will only hear your voice. You will need to transmit your connection request while I attempt to locate the warship's public frequency. You will likely encounter some interference, but it's important to keep transmitting your request until you're acknowledged. Ready? Good. Go ahead, officer.
The lieutenant looks up at you with a nervous glance. Nervous for who, though?
Try again.
Marianne hat mir erzählt, dass Oscar nicht...
You can't make out a word.
Liebling.
Keep trying, officer. Again.
I did. And
I can't.
out.
There. It's not where we are and I did. We must art and we're unit. I did not. We must art and we're us.
Your gloves give you a solid... You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
You're doing all right.
Well, I sort of check ideal. What do you...
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no turning back now. You allow the broken hunk of metal to clatter to the ground. It wasn't clear to you it did anything.
What are you doing? But you...
She's...
Damn it.
A male...
Lieutenant Dubois?
It's too much. Your eardrums are throbbing. And this, and by there is...
Please be advised that you're acknowledged. If the liaison accepts your request, you will...
This is now.
What? How do you know this? What's your tone? Now.
There's papers there. You've wedged your foot in the door. Now, if you could show the coalition how much they're needed, they'll have no choice but to intervene.
Yes? Please continue. We have it.
Detective, before we answer that, I urge you to weigh your words extremely carefully.
Acknowledge. Lieutenant Dubois.
No.
We're sorry. They added that they expect the RCM to fulfill its responsibilities to a high degree of satisfaction.
The bed is comfort. Across.
Thoughts, baby. A million little. It's the you can never forget. You're the son of.
Reading.
You'll go
for the money, baby. For the forever.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Beep.
Do it. Good. It's an earth shatter every day. Things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse. Oh sure, but who's focusing on the big questions? You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. The most awesome. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios. Harry La Responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy. Whoa, like, you don't need no stinking committee. You're the law. Really, Harry, if you want your work to be accepted, you'll have to go through the appropriate process. There's a little self-dealing. Only your heart together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves. Once rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels. Good luck.
Yes? Ah, I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask, why are you... You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Ah, next I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility. Fascinating. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? If I were... Now, was there anything else? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm really not sure about this turn of... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
You officer.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. Young cop and the collection of oh yes. So Mikhail? No, Mikhail's
The man...
But I assume you...
This... Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Aha! But it's not just any empty. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department. They start still. Tricentennial was beating them in business machines, but Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my. It was which is a.
He assumed.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even.
A pleasure. Perhaps
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys.
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Tape computers. They used. What's the
A short.
It's a beauty. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver.
Actually,
buckle up.
10 years ago.
Wait, did he? He did it. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center for Contemporary Arts.
Actually,
in fact, but perhaps I should return to.
Made of black film.
Very, very cool. Though, who knows? Maybe it was an accident. But of course, what else? No, thanks to.
Pick you.